Get excited, we're back with more Dr. Stone Season 4, Episode 28. Last episode, I believe we ended with us saying we're gonna make a computer, right? That was where we've ended because we got our new guy, whose name is escaping me. Sai? Is that his name? Sai has been awoken. He is Ryusui's brother. And he is this guy who we woke up because we're like, oh, you can be our maths guy or whatever. Turns out he's like, I just want to code video games. So, we're gonna be making a computer and helping him find a place on our squad, I imagine. But I'm excited to see more. So let's see this character. Let's see how we make a computer. Because I mean, you know, by the end of the season, we gotta be on the moon. So like they gotta start rushing through some of this stuff, I think. So yeah, we're gonna make a computer. I imagine by the end of this episode, we'll have made a computer. That's my guess. But let's jump into it. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos for both this channel and my Jent Watches One Piece channel. I recommend to check out my Naruto reactions. I'm 10 episodes ahead on Patreon. Watching some crazy episodes right now. I'm on episode 43 in my journey, so go check it out. It's really great. Anyway, let's jump into this. Dr. Stone, Season 4, Episode 28.
I think it must have been about 8 years since we were petrified again.
Is this Yuzuriha? Yeah.
I can't, but still, I want to stay awake.
Yes.
For them.
I love Yuzuriha.
I'm 10 billion% sure.
Oh, she did the 10 billion%. I love Yuzuriha, man. Wake her up and get Taiju to kiss her. Dawn of the computer.
This boat rolls! It won't be long before we're back in Corn City!
Pretty awesome. Is that Joel? I think so, right? Jesus, man, that was so crazy.
More attention in your science classes.
I loved that episode. Okay, waking up Joel. Waking up all of them. Giving the girls clothes. Yuzuriha and Taiju. Aww. Want more than a hug, though.
Okay, here's what's going on. Senku and Zeno decided to work together to build a spaceship, but just as they were and stop Flyman before he petrifies everyone again.
Great summary.
I assume they're working on some big project there?
A computer.
Yep. Just try not to freak out when I tell you what it is.
Here.
Don't freak out.
How exactly would one go about manufacturing an actual computer in the stone world? Seems trickier than previous crafts.
Yeah.
Compute off. On equals 1 and off equals 0. So, whether it's the side of a playing card or a flag being held up or down.
You can really make a computer by raising a flag?
I'm feeling lost here, Senku.
It might be way simpler than I'm imagining for a computer.
Is to watch them and raise your red flag if the guys' flags are in opposite positions from each other.
Okay.
When both white flags are raised, that'll be your cue to raise yours. That's all there is to it.
Alright, simple instructions.
That's the foundation of 1 plus 0 equals 1. 1 plus 1.
Okay, I get it. That big flag of Kohaku's indicates a 2.
Okay.
Let's go. That is so cool.
There's so much.
Adding up all these numbers
There's so
without
much
even
happening.
trying.
But I mean, it's not like this is basically just baby stuff.
It's crazy having to
needs is
explain a
XOR
computer like that as
and
simple as possible.
Yep, just
Don't you realize it's pointless unless you can make that happen rapidly and electronically?
Yeah.
You said, how would you make...
We're making them with donuts.
Okay.
just say.
Computing history. Some call it the donut computer.
Alright. Ooh.
Parametron.
So small.
So fast! And I suppose you'll want us to make like 800 of them.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna
Let's
say.
just do 5 for now.
Okay.
What's up, guys? Mecha Senku's back.
Hey, Mecha Senku.
Basically, think of a parametron this way. The direction of the swing is always decided by majority. And that's
Right.
the idea behind the parametron.
It's funny, like I'm getting the metaphors that they're doing, but then like trying to relate it to computers itself is tough. Aw, look at Sai. Damn.
Do you mind if I try it?
Do I mind?
We want
Actually,
you to.
I insist on it, 'cause we need to get acquainted with the machine.
Yeah, that's easy.
But what can we do
We
with
need
this
something
right
special
now?
For that.
It'll take time. But little by little, we'll be able to work with bigger numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing that.
And you have a computer.
Human ability.
I like that he's so...
I
He
can't wait
loves,
to build them.
you know, the technology of
We'll
humans.
finally have. This is so exciting.
Calculator to Nintendo. That's a big jump, I feel like.
200K.
Yeah, yep.
We'll be making some machines.
It's an absurd
to manufacture
amount.
Tons of. Welcome to the age of automation.
Okay.
That said, perfect job for Yuzuriha and her crafts team.
Yeah, she's good
Of
at
course. Meaning we're gonna need everyone working together on this.
that. Alright, let's wake people up.
I say yeah.
I love Yuzuriha. She's so cute. She's like cute and she's always like all in on Zen. Like she just trusts him so much.
We're
Obviously
gonna make
having
a
known
metric
him
crap
since they were
ton of
kids.
donuts.
But put a whole bunch of them together and.
Ooh, nice.
Yes! Time for Dragon Quest! Though I'm guessing our maiden voyage will have to be some maybe chess?
We're not that advanced.
Yeah.
It's still a level 1 computer.
You guys are
You'll
way
be
too
lucky to
excited
get
about that
Pong
thing.
anytime
We
soon.
can add up to.
Not gonna lie, it def seems like one of those pics or it didn't happen situations.
Indeed.
Her
Yet
dialogue's
there's
so
an
good.
elegant solution. We can send photos and circuit diagrams online.
Okay.
Don't tell me you want us to be human. Would be a distic say to send a whole photo like that.
Yeah, you've done it before and it was sucked.
Referring to an actual fax machine.
Oh,
It will be indispensable in this battle to coordinate across the entire world.
you're actually making a
That
fax
is
machine.
precisely why- Will you be needing me to hold your hand and instruct you on how to craft a real fax?
No way.
I brought some handy dandy sphalerite for ya. These babies are how I made my kite so
Mm,
shiny.
your little glowing
Boil it up and
kites.
coat some paper with it. Burn it with electricity to make a mark.
Ah, cool.
The side that scans is a bit
I don't
more
really know how
complicated.
fax machines work, so that's
It
interesting.
checks whether signals across the world as radio waves and etch them onto the paper at the same speed.
Crazy.
Sooner we get going, the sooner we'll be able to save everyone.
You're always on board with charging ahead.
I wish we had more time together, but I'll be toiling away here in India
Oh.
making those circuit diagrams for us.
That's it for
I'll
you
be
for
sure to
now?
fax it to you as soon as I
don't think so.
Oh.
Sai, you're smart enough to know that you're coming with us.
Okay, alright. Makes sense.
Like it makes sense. He's totally
Make it make
But he
sense.
said nah.
Those math skills will be
Oh,
invaluable as
so
we continue
good.
our travel.
We're going with you, Ryusui, and you cannot make And he's always trying to boss me around.
Yeah.
Finally got away and escaped to India. How could this happen?
Oh. Whoa. Look at these hot people.
We're getting some kind of message.
Must be from our friends in Corn City.
Oh. That's so cute.
That's an epic group pic.
Both the US and Japan.
They look like they're doing well.
That's so cute.
A group. I'd love to pry for answers to my burning questions.
About
but it's a
Sai?
tricky situation, say. Looking at that picture clearly upset them.
Yeah, Gen.
Past trauma calls for a delicate touch.
Gen, I think you
Maybe
need to
if I
talk
dance
to
around the topic.
Sai. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Photos. Anyone near you? Settle your kettle already. We need you.
Well, that's one way to get it out of
Opened
him.
an old wound from every group photo the Nanami conglomerate ever took.
Even Ryusui?
After all, we weren't her children.
Oh.
Well, back it up a minute. How could your mom not be your mom?
I want that great big brain of yours.
No! Me!
I mean, Ryusui was just, he got very carried away. But I think I would be so frustrated with Ryusui if I was him.
I'm super
If I was
sorry
Sai.
I made you spill that tea. You bros are too pure for this world.
No, we're not!
If you ask me, It sounds like your little brother just wanted to spend time with you.
That's what I think
I would
as
guess
well.
that's why he followed you around. And that includes a true brother.
Oh.
Did he issue orders, or was he just a bit overly eager?
Yeah. He was a kid, and he's just an excitable kid.
Hey, Sai! I want your math
A bit
expertise.
spoiled, but...
Slow down! We're gonna make a sail together! So train me in the meantime! Play chess with me! No! Let's play.
Aw. He agreed to do it.
You're peerless when it comes to games of pure logic like chess.
He's probably solved it in his mind. He's probably coded a chess game before.
I'll be bored out there without a worthy opponent to play against.
Aww.
You know.
That's what he wants. He wants his brother.
We'd better get going.
No, Sai's gonna come. He'll be here. Yeah, here he comes. Seems like Risu would have let him go though, you know? If he didn't want to come, Risu wasn't gonna force him to come. Even if he says it forcefully. Aw, look at that smile. Sai has joined the party. Get excited. Interesting final shot. All right. Great episode. I'm glad that we, got Sai on board, and he's literally on board, and he's on board with what we're doing, metaphorically. So I like that we got that. He's sort of like come around now to the idea that like his brother's just like eager and just loves him. But it's like, it's hard for him to reconcile with that, because I feel like if you have, a little bit of bitterness towards your family because, because you were treated just like a machine throughout your life, and then also, your brother was very overbearing, I think it's kind of natural, like, drawing a line between them, like, seeing that and being like, oh, well, my brother is also like them. He's selfish and he's dragging me along or whatever. But really, it's just his brother is spoiled for sure. Absolutely, Ryusui is a spoiled guy. But that doesn't mean he's a bad guy. He's spoiled, but he also like cares about his brother, and just a lot of the time would just get carried away. So it's nice that, Gen helped him realize that. I'm glad. I was hoping Gen would say something to him or would talk to him about it, because I mean, that's, he's a mentalist. He's the guy who's gonna be able to like understand people's emotions better than a lot of others. And I like when you can have Gen handling the talky bits. It's very nice. But also, something that I find really interesting is, so I love Chelsea, right? I just like, she's a type of character that I really like. I like characters that use sort of modern slang like that. I find that very funny. And she's like adorable, and she's like nice and knowledgeable. Like, there's a lot of stuff about her character that I like. But with that being said, like, a lot of the time I like a character like that, but they don't tend to be important characters. The thing is, I feel like the author of this series loves Chelsea. And I feel like that because since her introduction, I feel like she's had her hand in every fucking thing that's happened constantly. Like, she is like doing shit and doing lots of explanations and stuff in every episode. A lot. And then, like, even in this episode, Gen's going to talk to Sai or whatever, and then Chelsea jumps into it, and Chelsea's doing it as well, like, it feels like she's being added into every little thing. And I feel like if you were someone who didn't like that sort of character, you'd be like, what the fuck, why are they putting this character in here as well? But like, for me, I love characters like that, and so it's like, it's an absolute joy for me. I like that the author seems to like Chelsea as much as I do. but it's just very, like, it's crazy to me because I thought her character, it would be like, oh, she's introduced, and then like when she's relevant, the rare times that she's relevant, she's gonna become a part of it. And I mean, we are doing sailing around the world or whatever, so like her expertise is more relevant than ever. But like she's getting more screen time than like Dr. Zeno. And his expertise is incredibly fucking relevant. And sometimes instead, she will be explaining things that instead you could have Dr. Zeno explain, or obviously Senku. Senku obviously isn't lacking on screen time. That man is on screen all the time. And you know, fair enough. He's the main character. But yeah, I just find that very, very wild that that's the case. But I love it. It's great for me. It's just not what I expected. I thought, like, Joel, that's kind of more what I expected for her character. Joel only ever really shows up when he's, like, actively relevant to what they're doing. And he's a similarly new character. Like, he's a little bit more new than Chelsea is, but not by much. Now, Sai, obviously, we've only had 2 episodes with him. He's been the focus of both episodes we've had with him. But I'm not expecting him to be a major player in it. But then again, because he has a strong personal relation with Ryusui, who gets a lot of screen time, I feel like Sai might get a lot of screen time as well. And we're, like, towards the end of the show, like, I feel like they're going to want to develop these late edition characters as quickly as possible, to make sure that you can fit in all of their character arc that they've got. But yeah, anyway, we made a fax machine this episode. That was crazy. I have no idea how fax machines work, but I guess, you know, what I was hearing in this episode made sense, you know? Machine just goes and scans if every pixel or whatever is black or white, and then it colors it in and whatever. But like, I just had no idea how a fax machine works, so I didn't think we could make a fax machine now, but yeah, we can make a fax machine now. That's pretty crazy. And okay, I said I predicted we'd complete a computer by the end of this episode, and we did, but it wasn't really like a computer. It's not really doing what I anticipated a computer would do. Not to say I thought they were gonna build like a PC that could play Cyberpunk, but like, but I did think that like we were going to have the full computer be done. Yeah, and by full computer, I mean, like, I expected it to be a room full of bullshit connected to a thing and like all these lights sliding up and all of that, right? I'm not imagining the sort of computer that a consumer would have. But even then, we didn't get to that yet. But we've created the building blocks for it, and then it sounds like we've created the building blocks for it, and then we like are faxing it to the people who are gonna go and do it, and then Senku and the rest of them are just gonna continue sailing and keep doing stuff. So like, it really is, the show really is like streamlining a lot of the science stuff, because they have to. We gotta end this series at some point. You can't slow down for each little thing. They slow down enough to like explain it to us, give us some education on it. Like, I think it's the computer, like learning about how computer works in this episode is very interesting. The idea of like, I'm gonna show up with these flags and how it adds things together, right? And so like, you just need 4 flags and you can do this basic addition, and then you just need to tie a bunch of those flags together and then you have a computer. So like, I find that is very interesting. But yeah, they gotta like do that and then move past it, you know? They gotta do that and then we move on to the next thing, because we need to get to building a rocket, which is gonna be crazy when they're like explaining how a rocket works. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for them to explain how a rocket works and how we're gonna do calculations on how to get to the moon or whatever. Oh, it's exciting, man. But more than that, I'm excited to see Y-Man, which is still probably weeks and weeks and weeks away, but I'm so excited. Anyway, that's episode 28 of season 4 of Dr. Stone. Support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.